Hi guys. Sometimes we know things, we just don't want to actually acknowledge them or don't see them in the correct light. So Matthew 6, 5 and 6. Here's the visual. When you pray, do not be like the hypocrites, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and on the street corners to be seen by men. I tell you the truth, they have received their reward in full. Now, the reward for people who do that, stand in places and be like, oh, holy God, blah, 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 blah. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. You know how God said in the New Testament, some people will say they know me, but I will say I never knew you. Those are the kind of people that he's referring to. But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Then your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. Now, that type of reward, it's about the humility of your heart, not the location you're in. Someone who goes into a room, who is more private about their prayer, who is more humble about their prayer, who isn't out on the street corner babbling and saying all these, all these big things, all these big words, looking really good, instead of seeking the approval of other people. Prayer should be about seeking the approval of God. That's what the point is. Someone who is in their office chair, just having an honest one-on-one with God, talking to him, pouring their hearts out, that is the posture. It's the humility, instead of wanting to be seen as something amazing by the people of the world. The whole idea of this is real connection with him, instead of being a culturally accepted, like, amazing, oh my gosh, look at this person, he looks so great. See what I'm saying? So Matthew 6, 5, and 6 was the part of the devotion, but I kept reading Matthew 7 and 8. This right here. When you pray, do not keep babbling like the pagans, for they think they will be heard because of their many words. Do not be like them, for your Father knows what you need before you ask him. Okay. Prayer shouldn't be about showing off your talent with speech. Prayer is about honest communication with the God that created you, that already knows your needs. He just wants to hear them from you. Like a kid and a parent. He is our Heavenly Father and we are his children. We already know what our kids need, or our kids want, or whatever. And sometimes it's like, I wish you would just tell me. Even though I know you want this thing, I wish you would just tell me that you want it. When God hears us talk to him, like for real, like from our hearts, like really wanting to talk to him and telling him stuff, it's just like us as a parent being like, oh my gosh, my kid is opening up to me. My kid is telling me things. This is cool. And that's what he feels, what he's like, only obviously on a much grander scale, because he's God and I'm just a human parent. We don't need to sound amazing speaking out loud, but our heart needs to be in the right spot because we're talking to God. And if we're not actually talking to God when we're praying, then we're talking to just be seen by people and heard by people. That's terrible, because that's not what prayer is for. It's about opening your heart up to God and telling him, I know you know this, but this is important in my life. So, yada, yada, yada. And thanking him for being constantly there. Acknowledging his presence and that you know he has the best plan, even if and even though you want certain things for yourself. It's about humility. It's about knowing you are imperfect, but that him being perfect takes care of all of that. That when you screw up, you can tell him, I screwed up and I don't want to keep screwing up. Help me change. It can literally be that simple. I screwed up. I don't want to keep screwing up. Help me change. Acknowledging that you know you messed up and that you don't want to keep messing up and that you want his help. If other people don't like what they're hearing when we're honestly talking to God, when we're speaking out loud from like real places in our heart, then they have their own personal problem. That's not on you. When you say you want his help, that's acknowledging that you know he can help you. That's a big deal. Now, if you actually want to change, he'll help you. Again, posture of the heart. Because if you ask him to help you, even if you ask a person to help you, if you don't actually want them to help you, that's on you. That's what communication with God is about. That's what prayer is. But you have to listen for him to speak back to you, because communication is a two-way street. You have to be ready for the change, whatever that looks like. If you ask him for something honestly, truly, he will do it. But it's most likely not going to look like what you want it to look like, or what you think it will look like. Because God knows and loves all people. And your life and your journey are not just about you. It's about all the people connected to you, because he loves them just as much. He died for all of them. So everyone and everything connected to your life, when you ask for change, everything is going to have some sort of impact. There's going to be something that you don't want changed that he's going to change, because that has to happen. So this is what prayer is. This is what communication is with God. The humble heart. I'm sorry, there's a hair like right there. It's the posture of your heart. It's the acknowledgement that, hey, I know you know this, but I want to tell you anyway, because you're my Heavenly Father and I'm your kid. And then bracing yourself, because if you want God to change something in your life, he's going to do it.